How in the world do you do a problem like this where you're only given one side length, one angle, and then you're asked to find a second side length? We're going to show you. All right, we're going to show you today here. In fact, in this video, we're going to give you one sine problem, one cosine problem, and one tangent problem. But before we do that, guys, I'm the math professor, Kyle Martin. This is a channel to do your math homework fast and accurately. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe down below. That way we can get more videos like this in the future. But without further ado, let's get into our sine, cosine, and tangent problem right now. All right, one quick thing before we do this problem that you need to know is this word Sohcahtoa. All right, you've probably heard this from your math teacher before. If you haven't, this is extremely helpful when it comes to solving some of these different lengths in a right triangle. All right, so as you can probably see here, the S, the C, and the T stand for sine, cosine, and tangent. All right, I'll write that up here: sine, cosine, and tangent. All right, but what are these other letters? Well, these are helpful because they tell you the ratio that we need to write our other side lengths in order to find our missing values. For example, if I'm given a triangle like this where I have this is 50 degrees down here, compared to that angle, right, compared to just this side, the side across from it is going to be what's called our opposite side. That's what this O stands for in each of these. So here's an O and here's an O, right? Opposite, opposite. The side, the leg, I should say, it's right next to that. Remember, legs are along our right angle here. The leg that's right next to it is called the adjacent side. And that, of course, is the A here. I'll say ADJ for adjacent. And there's a couple of those in those as well. All right, and lastly, your hypotenuse. Doesn't matter what angle we're using, this one or this one, your hypotenuse is always across from your right angle, okay? Right angle. And that, of course, is our H in these words up here. Hypotenuse, hypotenuse, okay? So for example, this first one we're gonna do here in a little bit, we are given, compared to this angle, we have information along our opposite side and along our hypotenuse, right? Our right angle is across from the hypotenuse. Our angle itself is across from this other side that I have, which is the opposite side. So if I have the opposite and the hypotenuse, opposite hypotenuse, well, that's my O and H. That's going to be my sine function. See how that works? Whatever two you're given, those are the kind of like the other two letters that you have in Sohcahtoa. And so I'm going to use the S, or the sine function, to help me out with that. All right, let's get into number one. All right, so number one, like I just said, we're going to use the sine function because compared to the angle that I'm given, this angle down here, I have the opposite and the hypotenuse, okay? So again, that's my So in my Sohcahtoa, okay? The opposite and the hypotenuse tells me I'm going to use the sine function. So sine of what? How do I write this? So I'm going to say sine of my angle, sine of 22, just like this, and then equals, again, Sohcahtoa is helpful because it tells us the order that we have to write our fraction in, right? In this case, O and H, the O is going to be on top, the H is going to be on the bottom. Or in my case, the O, my opposite, is the X that I'm looking for, and the H, the hypotenuse, is the 34 right here, okay? So to solve for X, that's our whole goal. We're trying to solve for X by using trig. To solve for X, here I need to kind of multiply both sides by 34 to get this X isolated. And when I do that, when I multiply by 34 over here, I have to do it to the other side as well, times 34. So on the right side, they're going to cancel. On the left side, what I'm left with is 34 sine of 22. Now, nice thing with this, you can let the calculator do all the work for you. You will need either a scientific or a graphing calculator, and just type it in exactly like it looks on its left side. 34 sine, if you're using one like this, that's a couple rows above the 7, 8, and 9, sine of 22. And then hit enter, and it tells you this is 12 point, if I round to the nearest tenth, 12.7 equals X. Right now, always, always, always double check your answer. Make sure it makes sense. If I were to put this back in here and say X is 12.7, I have to know that it's not going to be longer than my hypotenuse. Remember when we did our triangle unit? Our triangle unit said that the hypotenuse is always the longest side. Okay, in fact, here, 12 is definitely shorter than 34. So this will work. If I were to get something like 90, right? 90 for the side length, 90 feet or whatever, that's way bigger. That would not be correct because the hypotenuse has to be the longest side. All right, problem number two says this. It has kind of this triangle. Right now, this is a right triangle. Now, it might be oriented a little bit different than yours. You have to turn this a little bit. It might look more similar to your problem. But here's my right angle. And it tells me that this side length is 23 And I also have that this is 63 degrees, and it wants me to find this, this bottom side, all right? Which the bottom side here happens to be my hypotenuse, right? It's across from my right angle, so that's going to be the hypotenuse. So right away, I know it's either going to be sine or cosine. Those are the only ones with H's in them in the word Sohcahtoa, okay? The other thing that I have, compared to my angle, which is down here, I have the leg that's right next to it. That's called the adjacent leg. Right? Remember, the one across is called the opposite, the one next to it is the adjacent. So the only one that uses the adjacent along with the hypotenuse is cosine. All right, so the ka in Sohcahtoa. And again, you're going to write this with the adjacent over the hypotenuse when we do our ratio here in a little bit. Anyway, I need the cosine, let me write this out here, cosine of my angle. And here my angle is 63 degrees. So cosine of 63 equals, and again, I'm going to do A over H, where here my A is the adjacent side, 23, and my hypotenuse is the one across from my right angle, which is X. All right. Now, problems like this where the X is in our denominator take 2 steps. Our last one we did, if you go back to number 1 and check it out, that took just 1 step. We multiplied both sides once and typed it in, boom, that's our answer. In this one, however, I need to multiply again to get my X out of the denominator. Multiply both sides by X, but you'll notice when I do that, here my X is not isolated. I still have X times the cosine of 63, all right? That's being multiplied. And then that equals the other side, 23. So to get the X isolated, I need to actually divide one more time. In this case, I can divide the whole thing by cosine of 63, and I'm also gonna do it to the other side. If you do it to one, you gotta do it to the other. So divided by cosine of 63. Just like that. On the left side, they're going to cancel, leave me with just X, which is good. That's what I want, right? Just X. On the right side, again, I'm going to type this in the calculator and let it do all the work for me, which is 23 divided by the entire thing, cosine of 63. And when I hit enter, it gives me 50.66. I'll say 50.7, all right? 50.7. For this one. And again, if I put this into my problem to double check the answer, 50.7, it makes sense because again, my longest side needs to be the hypotenuse, and that definitely is longer than the other side I was originally given. So I know this will probably work, and therefore my answer is 50.7 for number 2. All right, last problem, number 3, we have this triangle right here where it looks like this is 20 degrees, this side length is 8, and this side length is X, okay? So again, we always check it out compared to this angle. Compared to this angle, I have my opposite side, all right, so it's gonna be one of those with the O in it, my word Sohcahtoa, as well as the adjacent side, all right? Again, I don't have the hypotenuse here. The hypotenuse is always across from a right angle. That's not gonna be included in mine. So the only one that really does not have the hypotenuse is Toa, Sohcahtoa. And the Toa stands for tangent. We're gonna use the opposite and the adjacent legs in our right triangle. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna take tangent of my angle that I'm given, which is 20, all right, equals, and then O and A. So O over the A. The O is going to be the opposite, 8, and the A is going to be my adjacent side, X. All right, again, it's kind of like our last one where the X is in the denominator, and to get rid of this X, I need to multiply both sides, or to get the X isolated, I should say, I need to multiply both sides by X. And what that does for me is it cancels the X's on the right side and moves it over into the left side and giving me X tangent of 20. And on the right side, all I have left is 8. And then to get the X isolated, it's currently being multiplied by tangent of 20. So I need to divide it by tangent of 20, right? Use the inverse operations there. Divide by tangent of 20. They're going to cancel on the left side, leave me with just X, which is good. That's what I want. And then on the right side, I'm going to let the calculator do all the work for me. 8 divided by tangent of 20 equals 21.97. Let's call it 22, right? That's pretty close. 21.97. I can round that, I think, just to 22, 22.0 if you want. And again, if I put that into my problem, 22, it's kind of hard to tell if this one makes sense with the tangent, but kind of based off the picture, if it was drawn to scale, this side is longer than the other side. Sometimes they'll try to trick you a little bit though, so just be careful with that. Most times you can tell if it's correct based off the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse always needs to be your longest side, and we don't have that. If you wanted to, you could, put a different letter in there and solve for the hypotenuse and see if it is actually the longest side. But our problem is just asking for this adjacent side right here, so we are done. Hey guys, if this video on solving for different parts of right triangles using sine, cosine, and tangent helped you out, please help me out by liking this video down below and subscribing to my channel. That really does help me out quite a bit, and that way I can keep making videos for you guys. Otherwise, you might find this video helpful as you continue to do more sine, cosine, and tangent problems. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.